Today, we're remembering Makena White, the vibrant 28-year-old Canadian who lit up the PGA Tour circuit as the supportive girlfriend of golfer Jake Knapp, and whose sudden passing has left the golf world in stunned silence. Her death on September 25, 2025, came just as the Ryder Cup was kicking off, turning what should have been a weekend of triumphs into one of profound grief. We're covering it all, the heartbreaking details of her cause of death, her boyfriend Jake and their love story, her age, family, net worth, lifestyle, and a full biography that takes you from her Ottawa roots to the fairways where she cheered her man to victory. This is gonna be a long, emotional tribute packed with stories, tributes from the golf community, and the light Makena brought to everyone around her. Whether you're a golf fan reeling from the news, following Jake's journey, or just want to honor a life cut way too short, grab a tissue, get comfy, and let's celebrate Makena White, a woman whose huge heart and infectious joy touched so many. Here we go. Let's start from the beginning with Makena's biography, because even though her time in the spotlight was brief, it was full of warmth, adventure, and that rare ability to make everyone feel like family. Makena White was born on July 18, 1997, in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, the beloved daughter of a close-knit family that instilled in her a love for life, laughter, and lending a hand. Growing up in the nation's capital, Makena was the girl with the big smile and bigger dreams, the one organizing neighborhood barbecues or cheering from the sidelines at her siblings' games. Details about her early years are private, as she kept her personal world sacred, but those who knew her described a childhood filled with Ottawa's crisp falls, skating on the Rideau Canal, and family trips to the Gatineau Hills where she'd hike till her legs gave out. She was the middle child in a trio of siblings, with an older brother who shared her competitive spirit and a younger sister who looked up to her like a superhero. Her parents, hardworking folks from Ottawa's East End, ran a small family business, her dad in construction, her mom in community services, teaching Makena the value of showing up for others. School was her playground. She excelled at Lisgar Collegiate Institute, where she was on the track team and debate club, blending that sharp mind with a body built for speed. After high school, Makena headed to McMaster University in Hamilton, Ontario, earning a degree in kinesiology with a focus on health sciences, a nod to her passion for fitness and helping people move better. She graduated in 2019, top of her class, and dove straight into the working world as a medical sales representative for Lemaitre Vascular, traveling Eastern Ontario to demo life-saving devices for surgeons. It was a job that suited her perfectly, high energy, people-focused, and always on the go, zipping between hospitals in a rented Hyundai for client lunches and demos. Makena's big break into the public eye came in August 2023 when she started dating PGA Tour golfer Jake Knapp, a 31-year-old rising star from California. They met through mutual friends in the golf world. Jake was grinding on the Corn Ferry Tour, and Makena was in Toronto for a work conference when their paths crossed at a charity event. Sparks flew fast, Jake later said in an interview. Makena walked in, and it was like the room lit up. She's got this energy that's impossible to ignore. By February 2024, they went Instagram official after Jake's maiden PGA Tour win at the Mexico Open, where Makena was right there on the 18th green, hugging him as confetti fell. She became his lucky charm, traveling to tournaments like the Cognizant Classic and the Memorial, where she'd skip work to cheer his record-setting rounds. Makena wasn't just arm candy, she was his hype woman, posting stories of first fairway hugs and celebrating his dreams like they were hers. Her final Instagram post on August 2, 2025, was a love letter to Jake, year 2 of first fairway hugs and watching you live out your dreams. Second season in the books, forever grateful to be on this walk with you, here's to many 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 more. I love you sweet boy, you make it so dang easy to be proud. It was a snapshot of her joyful spirit, always putting others first. Makena's life was short but full, a medical sales rep by day, adventure seeker by night, with a heart that overflowed with laughter, chaos, and love. She was one of a kind, the friend who made you feel special just by being around, and her light touched everyone from hospital colleagues to golf's inner circle. Now, the part that's breaking hearts across the golf world, Makena's cause of death. Makena White passed away suddenly earlier in the week of September 26, 2025, at the young age of 28, with her close friend breaking the news on her Instagram page in a post that hit like a gut punch. The tribute was raw and real, starting with, Hi everyone, this is Makena's friend, writing with the heaviest heart to share that Makena passed away earlier this week. It went on to paint a picture of the woman she was. She is already so deeply missed by her dad, her family, her friends, and of course by Nellie and Fergie, referring to her two beloved Red Fox Labradors who were her constant companions. The friend described Makena as one of a kind, someone with this rare way of making you feel special, whose huge heart was always overflowing with love. To be loved by her was a gift, one that came with endless laughter, so much joy, and a healthy sprinkling of chaos as we tried to keep up with her travel schedule. The post ended with a call to honor her memory through donations to the Brewer Brain Health and Memory Clinic in Ontario, where she grew up, and the Griffin Bell Endowment Fund, a charity for kids battling cancer, causes close to her heart. No specific cause of death was shared, and the family has asked for privacy during this unimaginable time, but the suddenness has left everyone reeling, especially with the Ryder Cup underway. Jake Knapp, 31, her boyfriend of 2 years, hasn't spoken publicly yet, but tributes from the golf community are pouring in. CBS Sports reporter Amanda Balionis, who got to know Makena over the last year, wrote, "Getting to know Makena was one of my favorite parts of this last year. So much laughter, passion, and she never met a stranger. I will miss her light, it touched so many." Golf podcaster Dan Rappaport added, "What a light she was. It's a loss that feels too big for words, but Makena's spirit, that overflowing love and joy, will echo on." Makena was 28 years old when she passed, born July 18, 1997, a number that hits like a sucker punch because she was just hitting her stride, full of life and plans. At 5 feet 6 inches with that radiant, athletic build from her kinesiology days, Makena was the picture of effortless beauty, long dark hair, bright smile, and eyes that sparkled with mischief. She was the girl who'd drop everything for a spontaneous road trip or a late-night laugh with friends, always with her dogs Nellie and Fergie by her side. Fans who followed her on Instagram remembered her as the ultimate hype woman, posting about Jake's wins with pure pride. X is full of tributes, saying, 28 and Makena was already a legend, her heart was endless. Boyfriend? Makena's love story was with Jake Knapp, the 31-year-old PGA Tour golfer from California who's been her rock since they started dating in August 2023. They met through mutual friends in the golf world. Jake was grinding on the Corn Ferry Tour, and Makena was in Toronto for work when their paths crossed at a charity scramble. It was instant chemistry, Jake later said in a post-win interview after the 2024 Mexico Open. "Makena's my good luck charm. She's the one who makes every birdie sweeter." They went public in February 2024, with Makena by his side on the 18th green as he claimed his first PGA victory, hugging him tight amid the confetti rain. She was at every big moment after, the Cognizant Classic where he shot a course record 59, the Memorial where she skipped work to cheer his top 10 finish. Makena wasn't just supportive, she was his partner in the grind, traveling to tournaments, packing his favorite snacks, and celebrating like it was her win too. Their last post together was her August 2nd tribute, year 2 of first fairway hugs and watching you live out your dreams. "I love of you sweet boy, you make it so dang easy to be proud." Jake replied with hearts, and now, with her gone, he's carrying that love in silence. The golf world's rallying around him. Amanda Balionis called Makena one of my favorite parts of this last year, and fans on X are posting, Jake and Makena were couple goals, praying for him through this. Kids. Makena and Jake didn't have any children together. At 28, she was in the prime of her career, building her life in medical sales and dreaming of the future with Jake. But she was a dog mom through and through, with her 2 Red Fox Labradors, Nellie and Fergie, who were her shadows and her joy. Those pups were in every Instagram story, beach runs, couch cuddles, and even fairway hugs with Jake. Makena often joked they were her fur babies, and in her tribute, her friend mentioned how deeply they'd miss her too. No human kids yet, but Makena talked about wanting a family someday, saying in a 2024 interview, "Jake and I are building something real, kids will come when the time's right." It's a future that won't be, but her love for those dogs shows the nurturing heart she had. Fans on X are sharing pup pics, saying, Makena's legacy includes Nellie and Fergie, the best kind of family. Net worth? Makena White's net worth at the time of her passing was estimated at around $500,000 to $1 million, a solid figure for a 28-year-old building her career in medical sales. As a rep for Lemaitre Vascular, she earned a comfortable six-figure salary, base pay around $80,000 plus commissions from demos and deals, traveling Eastern Ontario to pitch life-saving vascular tools to surgeons. Her kinesiology degree from McMaster University opened doors to that role, and she was climbing fast, with bonuses for hitting sales targets. No big endorsements or side hustles, Makena kept it real, using her income for family trips and spoiling her dogs with toys and spa days. She and Jake shared a condo in Miami's Sunny Isles Beach, worth $600,000, where they'd host game nights and unwind after tournaments. It wasn't flashy wealth, but it was hers, earned through smarts and hustle. Fans on X reflected, Makena's $1 million was from heart, sales with soul, living for the moments. Lifestyle? Makena's life was a whirlwind of adventure, love, and that easygoing Canadian charm she carried everywhere. At 5 feet 6 inches with an athletic build from her university track days, she stayed active with runs along Ottawa's Rideau Canal or gym sessions before work calls. Her diet was balanced bliss, fresh salads with quinoa, her mom's homemade poutine on weekends, and post-golf smoothies with Jake. Style was her playground, athleisure for travel days in Lululemon sets, sundresses for beach vibes, and always those statement earrings that caught the light. She drove a white Audi Q5, $50,000, for zipping between hospitals and airports, practical but pretty. Living in that Sunny Isles condo with harbor views, she split time with Ottawa family visits, flights home for Thanksgiving turkey and sister catch-ups. Socially, she was the connector, brunch with girlfriends in Toronto, date nights with Jake at steakhouses after his rounds. Hobbies included hiking in Algonquin Park, baking, her chocolate chip cookies were legendary, and volunteering at animal shelters for her pup's sake. In 2025, she was thriving, planning a fall wedding with Jake and eyeing a promotion. Fans on X said, Makena's lifestyle was pure joy, love, laughs, and living light. Makena's challenges were few but real, balancing a demanding sales job with Jake's tour schedule meant lots of FaceTime dates, and early in their relationship, the spotlight from his Mexico Open win brought unwanted attention. But she handled it with grace, always putting Jake first. X posts after her death captured it, saying, Makena faced life head-on, a light that never dimmed. In summary, Makena White, 28, passed suddenly on September 25, 2025, with no cause disclosed, leaving boyfriend Jake Knapp, her parents, siblings, and dogs Nellie and Fergie. Her $500,000 to $1 million net worth reflected a life of hustle and heart. Her biography, From Ottawa Student to Golf's Golden Girl, shines on. What's your favorite Makena moment, her fairway hugs or pup posts? Drop it in the comments, like to keep her memory glowing, and share with golf fans. Want more on Jake's journey? Let me know. Thanks for watching, Live with Her Light. Peace.